Hey friends, how are you? It's Wednesday, about 7:24 on the East Coast, and we got a good one from another one from Neon Revolt. Check out neonrevolt.com. Please do that. All foot traffic to him. He does such great work, and I just got done reading this one, and I wanted to share it with you guys about old Barbara Bush. Uh, yeah, I guess. Passed away. Well, I know she passed away. So, yeah, I wanted to read this to you guys, and also wanted to let you guys know if you are a new subscriber, please click that blue bell because I am currently shadow banned. I know I've been saying that, but I keep needing to repeat it just in case. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna do another podcast after this, and then I'm going to call it a night. So let's go ahead and get started. This is True Reporting. So, hashtag spirit cooking, Barbara Bush, and the birth of a MoonChild. Matriarchal Satanism at work. Hashtag Pizzagate. This is published on today by Neon Revolt. Alright, so it says, I'm sure you've all heard the news by now. Barbara Bush, matriarch of America political dynasty, dies at 92. Barbara Bush, who was the wife of one president and the mother of another, and whose embrace of her image as America's warm-hearted grandmother belied her influence and mettle, died April 17th. She was 92. The office of her husband, former President George W. Bush, issued a statement Tuesday evening announcing her death did not disclose the cause. Miss Bush was reportedly battling chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and congestive heart failure. Her family announced 2 days earlier that she had decided not to seek additional medical treatment after recent hospitalizations amid her failing health. And if you know me on Gab, you know my reaction. This is the guy that writes Neon Revolt. Burn in hell, you satanic witch. But maybe you didn't know exactly why I said that. How could I be so mean to such a nice lady? Shouldn't I pay my respects? Well, here's a quick NSFW rundown from an anon which explains why I said what I said. So, it says, reminder, I am not the original author of this. Spirit cooking refers to a magical ritual called drawing down the moon to conceive a moonchild at a specific place and time chosen for astrological reasons. The moon is the light bearer of the night, or in Latin, Lucifer of the night. In other words, Satan. The idea is roughly that Satan is summoned to possess the man, rather like voodoo possession, and Satan has sex with the vessel of blood, i.e. Holy Grail, i.e. the vagina of the girl leading to the womb, the cup, where this is getting kind of touchy, but just pay attention please, where the semen and blood are mixed, i.e. conception occurs. This is the first stage in creating a person to do a specific job in a grand conspiracy. Of course, the child is raised by carefully chose parents and tutors in order to be extremely competent at the chosen task. Even more so, they can normally create with satanic ritual abuse. This has been done again and again. We know for sure that Barbara Bush was a moonchild conceived with the semen of Aleister Crowley. We suspect that Barack Obama was also, although a different father, namely Pak Suba. But we are missing some links in that chain for Hussein. Remember I said this is a grand conspiracy? These people are conspiring to rule the world under something they call natural world order, which is a rigid pyramidal system of control with a small group of illuminated ones at the cap of the pyramid who are the only ones free to think and choose what is done on this planet. The Georgia Guidestones give an outline of how natural world order would function, but they conveniently leave out details such as what is done with surplus population. Much of this plan has to be kept secret from the sheep, or they will not consent to it. Therefore, since this is a real conspiracy, some veil must be created to entangle anyone who stumbles on the works in progress, which is called conspiracy theory, in quotes. When anyone raises the issue of a conspiracy, they are branded a conspiracy theorist, and by means of predictive programming, the sheep have been conditioned to recognize a conspiracy theorist as a crazy nutcase who you can simply ignore. Marina is one of the highest priestesses at the heart of this conspiracy because she is a specialist in summoning Satan and doing the MoonChild ritual. But we can defeat them by exposing their actions. We don't necessarily have to call it a conspiracy, and because of the protective spell they cast over us, it would be better to not to mention the conspiracy at all, to not paint a full picture of the conspiracy. Only unveil things in bits and pieces because we can break the conspiracy spell. When a member of the public looks at the unveiled evidence and thinks to themselves, "My God, this is a conspiracy," when the idea comes to them based on evidence, it breaks the spell of the conspiracy theorist. By the way, unveiling in Greek apocalypses, get it? Apocalypse? It is not about death and destruction. It is about the great awakening and seeing it with eyes wide open. Alright, so continuing. Back to Neon Revolt. So Barbara Bush was a MoonChild and married to George Bush, George Sheriff Jr., in quotes, who himself was the adopted Nazi son of Prescott Bush, who was an avid supporter of Hitler and the Nazis. George Sheriff Sr., Bush's real father, was Nikola Tesla's assistant, as well as a spy for Adolf Hitler. Sheriff Jr. would go on to help the CIA with assassinations of JFK, and then, of course, he would become president and espouse the creation of the NWO on TVs everywhere. So they're talking about George Bush Sr. Helped in the killing of JFK because he was head of the CIA. So now maybe you have some perspective as to why I said that. And since you guys know I'm active on the boards, it shouldn't surprise you that when I asked the question in response to Anon's post above, if this theory is true, part of me wonders if we can go back roughly to the date of Podesta's spirit cooking and figure out which child was conceived in the process. Do we have a list of attendees to that event? Just look 9 months after the date of the spirit cooking and you've got a likely candidate for the next MoonChild. After all, it's not like they have a slow timetable on these kinds of things. If this spirit cooking has been an ongoing practice, they probably try to conceive a MoonChild a few times a year. Every year for the past, well, how old is Babs? 92? For at least 92 years, but probably a lot longer. Millennia even. That's a heck of a lot of potential moon children. Anon's picked up what I was putting down and came back with some detail to help this line of inquiry. Regarding the Barbara Bush MoonChild crumb and notables, the Podesta Spirit Cooking dinner was scheduled for July 9th, 2015. 9 months after that date is April 9th, 2016. Were there any notable births on that date? Chelsea Clinton's child was born in mid-June 2016, so it's not her. Almost immediately, a likely candidate was identified. Luna Simone Stevens, Chrissy Teigen, and John Legend. Oh my God. Did you catch it? Luna equals moon, MoonChild? How is that for a coincidence? Of course, Legend and Teigen have popped up repeatedly in connection to Marina Abramovic. Hashtag spirit cooking, hashtag Pizzagate. And they've been to the they've been to the notorious Standard Hotel many times, which I've covered on the old Facebook page, which no longer exists thanks to Zuck, the cuck, in the past, but which I may have to end up writing an article about here on the site for more archival purposes. Most recently, Abramovic honored Legend as a visionary at the Elysium Gala in January of this year. So we can see it, John Legend, and Shanola Hampton, Spirit of the Elysium recipient 2018. So, and Chrissy Teigen in particular has popped up multiple times in relation to independent Pizzagate investigations, notably for her strange, suggestive Twitter post, which she has since deleted. It says right here, Shermie, call me at Chrissy Teigen. Call me if you need pizza, a pizza guest star for the next cookbook. I got you. Skinny pedos drink Pedialyte. or Pedo Light. Chrissy Teigen, we'd love to send Luna this bodysuit. Pizza rolls for life. Chrissy Teigen, water slide that goes through a shark tank. F yeah, time to get my pedo on. I told them you are a pedo because I don't want you going to Toronto where there are pretty ladies. Oh, and look, she tweeted out a picture of her daughter Luna in connection with pizza. Luna, she doesn't look that much like Legend, come to think of it. Not really. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's possible, but what if? More on that in a bit. But despite all these amazing coincidences, John and Chrissy want you to know they are really angry about all the inquiry and that they are definitely not part of anything sinister. I've covered this. This is a side note. I've covered this so much on my podcast, and it is so freaking strange. So it says, one second, hold on. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend respond to sick claims they are part of a celebrity pedophile ring. Chrissy and John are said to have taken legal action after the horrifying Pizzagate claims. But remember how I said Luna doesn't look exactly like her dad? So we'll go to the anonymous board. Holy F, Anon, good fine. On April 14, 2016, the couple's first daughter, Luna Simone Stevens, was born through IVF. That's the isn't that where they fertilize the egg? It's like not his, right? Are you in New York? So it says, here's the email. Are you in New York City Thursday, July 9th? Marina wants you to come to the dinner, Mary. Can anyone connect John Legend and Chrissy Teigen to New York City in 2015 in July? Now, isn't that interesting? IVF, they say. Legend did not have to present for that. And it turns out he probably wasn't. Legend was touring in Europe in July 2015, Italy, UK, Netherlands. So did Chrissy Teigen participate in a spirit cooking ritual with John Podesta present, and where she allowed herself to become impregnated in order to convince a new MoonChild? So that's the in vitro fertilization, I believe. I'm not sure how it's said, but yeah, it's like test tube baby, supposedly. And while John Legend may still be the father, at the very least, we know he wasn't physically present for Luna's conception because he was away on tour. And even if Luna is his child, that doesn't preclude his semen from being used in a Abramovich spirit cooking ritual. I'll leave you with three coincidences related to this moon witchcraft. On April 12, 1995, 2 weeks after her death, then Texas Governor George W. Bush declared her birthday Selena Day in Texas, the singer. Some Americans were offended because Selena Day that year coincided with Easter. Selena Day is on April 16th. The name Selena is a girl's name of a Latin origin meaning moon goddess. It is also a total coincidence that the Standard Hotel has ceased all Twitter operations and demanded Twitter engage in censorship. So this is the Standard Hotel, and it says, in light of the current dialogue, the Standard has decided to go dark on Twitter until processes against hate speech are consistently enforced. Join us on our other social channels for safer, more positive discussions. As always, we'll continue to respond to customer inquiries. One last video. Bush threatens to murder granddaughter Jenna for mocking her. Oh my God, I have to see this. Jenna Bush, generous daughter to George Bush 2.0, and Today show host, caught taunting Barbara the old witch. Watch how the fellow Satanists laugh. Here we go. Did Barbara Bush's appearance trigger one of Jenna's altars? Maybe.
First Lady Barbara Bush, Mrs. Bush, good morning. What do you think of our costumes and your granddaughter's likeness? Good morning. What do you think?
Well, I heard she was going to dress up like a witch, so I did too. I heard she was going to dress up like a witch, so I did too.
I didn't say that, Gammy. I didn't say that. That was Matt.
Barbara Bush pulls rank on Jenna. Not only did Barbara Bush show up at Jenna's show without her knowing, but also even knew Jenna was trash-talking her and basically calling her an old witch, which she is. We'll see what happens.
What do you think of our costumes and your granddaughter's likeness? Good morning. What do you think?
Well, I heard she was going to dress up like a witch, so I did too.
I didn't say that, Gammy. I didn't say that. That was Matt.
No, it was not. Wow.
No, Gammy, I love dressing up as my favorite first lady, but besides my mom.
Well, wait a minute. I'd be careful if I were you. Well, wait a minute.
I'd be careful if I were you.
But you...
Jenna's scared now.
Well, wait a minute. I'd be careful if I were you.
But you were the first
My
lady in the...
favorite first lady is your mother.
Oh, well, that's a good answer. You were the first lady in the 90s, so I got this whole look from you.
Ah. Well, you look better than I ever looked.
Oh, you're sweet. You're no witch. I don't know why Matt said that.
I did not say that. She'll believe you.
Everybody else said so.
Mrs. Bush, we only imitate the ones we love.
I heard she was going to dress up like a witch, so I did too.
Maybe. Ding dong. Barbara Bush, George Bush, Sheriff, Tesla, no coincidences. That's the end of this one, everybody. Some incredible stuff here. So let's just break something down real quick that I wanted to say. So, why spirit cooking? Why pedophilia? Why sex trafficking? Why organ harvesting? Why these things through the elites? Why are we doing it? Why are they doing this? Are they getting something from it? They're not, which they are. They are definitely getting some off-world. They're not delusional. If they wouldn't do this just to do this because they're psychopaths. They're actually benefiting from it, and I guarantee you that is the truth. If you look into the esoteric side of things, into spirit cooking and doing this stuff on getting moon children and mixing you know, fertile eggs and blood and with Satan and all this kind of stuff, you know, they're doing this because it actually works. If you look into mystery schools, if you look into witchcraft and black magic and white magic, why do you think they call them white hats and black hats? Because one is practicing good magic and the other one is practicing bad magic. This stuff is real. It's extremely real. And the adrenochrome, all that kind of stuff is real too. So that's why they do it, because they're probably getting age reversing benefits from this, or cures, or they're actually being able to appease their what they worship, which is Satan. So yeah, I just want to throw that in there because a lot of people are, I've always, you know, thought, well, why don't people go further than this? Why don't people question, you know, this whole spirit cooking? Why are they doing this? You know, are they just psychopaths? No, they're benefiting from it. So anyways, everyone, please go to neonrevolt.com, show this person respect. You know, I've heard people talking about him saying that he is disinfo. Absolutely not. He is 100% legitimate. His articles are incredible. He's right over the target. He wouldn't be kicked off Facebook if he wasn't over the target, right? So pop on over there. There's a lot of videos, or a lot of articles, so please check him out. And if you found this informative, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, leave some comments, and I'll message back with you guys. I always do. So Anyways, guys, I will hope you have a great Wednesday night, and we'll check in with you tomorrow. All right, talk to you later.